I need to actually make the four-wheel drive version four-wheel drive. So, off-road i6, revise. Oh. Can this not? It's too long for four-wheel drive. Ah. See, this is where a V6 would be very helpful. Which, to be fair, the whole idea is, if because we're keeping pistons and things the same, if we made it a i6, essentially all you would need is a different block and head, and okay, we need a lot of stuff, but at least the pistons could be the same. But yes, okay, so that means that we're going to get rid of the inline 6 version of the small one. That is fine. That's fine. Oh, I fucked that up. That's fine. Let's just get rid of it like it was never even here. There we are. Okay. In fact, I'm going to even go to the extent of off-road i6. Fucking trash. Okay, so what should I do now? Why don't we go to the other end of the spectrum and make a large sports coupe, which is based off of the 1945 coupe. So if we go to car designer, brand new, we need to go back to 1946. Okay. 1945 coupe that is 2.6 meters long. So I presume it's going to be that one. And this is going to have a regular, a sport, and a race. So that means, let me grab a little one. I've got some post-it notes that have lost their stick, so I use them a lot for little notes. So we'd have coupe, standard, then we'd have convertible standard, then we'd have coupe sport, then we'd have convertible sport. They would have the V12's in, and then we just have the race, which is like a race-tuned V12. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to pop into the engine designer, I think, and design our engines. So we're going to make a clone of okay, we have one pre-made, revise. So this is going to be the sporty V8. So we're going to make this the LP. The L. What key was that? Can I alt enter it? How do I make this full screen again? Thank you. Agree. Right. Car designer. No, engine designer. This one. Revise. You know what? Let me just... because I want to make sure that I don't fuck this up. Clone family and corresponding engine variants. I'm really scared of fucking shit up. No, I fucked that up. No, I fucked it up again. Revise. So this is going to be the V8. Oh no, the V8 4.0 Sporterino clone. Why can't I copy everything? It's super fucking stupid. Well, as long as we make it 8686, then that's... delete. Yes. What the fuck did I just delete? Oh, piss. So no, that's an i4 2 litre. Okay, right. New 8686. So it's the default. So that's interesting. So what is the... ...60°. So we can do V8's and V12's. Okay, that's quite important. It's going to be slightly fancier. Oh, I need to go back to 1946. Sorry. I can go for overhead cam, which I know might be a little bit not period correct, but fuck it, I have the option to do it. Cast iron. Cast. I'm doing the V12 now by accident. Whoops. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's a 90° V8. Okay. So we're going to have a sport V8. And a race V8 eventually, I'm sure. But we're going to do a sport for now. So it's going to be called the LP. Sporterino. LP V8 4.0. Mark 1. Sporterio. Oh, there's no N. Sporterio for some reason. It was a mistake, clearly. CC is 3994. 86. 86. And we'll build some more before we can fill anything else in. We'll put a little bit of quality into it. A little bit of high compression, a bit of a cam profile. Remember, this is just the sport. You know, it's got a bit of go up and go about it, but it's not the race version. Carburetor, single barrel, standard. This is sport, so we're not going to go eco. We're going to go for standard twin carb on regular leaded. Mix, ignition timing. Short cast. Dual exhausts. Turn that up a little bit. Baffled. Baffled. Try to learn the compression ignition timing. Nope, it's just far too compressed. £160 horsepower. At 5,000 RPM, I kind of like that. The torque is the real thing. How are we doing for... We're actually using slightly more octane than we should do. Valve float, oh. Oh, let me just turn down the RPM a little bit then. Beep, 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 beep. Learn the compression or ignition timing. Running too rich. You know what? We're going to leave it at that. £176 horsepower. Oh, let's make it blue for some reason. Okay. So this is our engine. So the torque is 176. I think it's 476. 176.1. 200.4 pound-feet of torque. Max RPM is 5100. Fuel economy, that's going to be fun, is 8.2. Not awful. It's actually better than our basic inline 4. Whoops. Octane is bang on 92. Emissions is 1 billion. Excellent. So now... Oh, cylinders. It's a V8. So now we've done that, we can make the V12 and the V12 race. So if we go to a new engine, So this is obviously going to be the, let me go back to 1946. V12. 6 litre V12. So it will be called the LP V12. Hang on. What was inline 6? Earthing cast. DOHC, I think. Yes. Because that is, I want it to be basically just two of those engines welded together. So, it's going to be called the LP V12 6.0 MK1. Variant will be the Sportario. So, we'll have that here as well. V12 6.0. It is 5991. 86. 86. Right, let's build this puppy. Let's just go through single barrel. Quad carb. Yes, back in the day, I don't think compression was very high on these engines. What does the regular i6 get? 133? Torque? Let me just get horsepower in the frame. Horsepower is 128, so we want about 250, I think, for the regular version. Well, there will be some loss, so like 222 would be fine. That to me looks about perfect, actually. We're nowhere near using all of our fuel though, which is a bit concerning. 263. Means we've got room to get like 300 odd horsepower out of the race version. Bling, 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 bling. Bling, 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 bling. The problem is, this game doesn't have supercharger. So, like for example, something I want to do in each of these years is build an F1 engine to, the specifications that were there at the time. But the problem is, for example, for 1946 to 1950, this is according to Wikipedia, most of them were 1.5 litre supercharged engines. We don't have superchargers, and we don't have turbos in 1946. We can't even make do with a turbo. So, yeah. We'll have to see. What we could do. So, we'll stay with this for now, because clearly we can't do anything until I'm in the 1956, which will sort of be the next season of this series. So we won't bother about doing, like... Because I was thinking, like, because I'm going to want to build a race version of basically a car with an F1 engine in it. But we can't do that yet. I'm going to leave that as is, so I'm going to skip to the end. We'll have a listen to it, shall we? A glorious V12. It's hardly a screaming V12 yet. Sounds like it has a turbo. So torque is 292. Ooh, it's a bit lumpy down below. Horsepower is 265.1. I actually want to try and back off the RPM limit a little bit. 5200 RPM. Fuel economy is 9.7, which to be fair, it's not awful. Octane 91.9, which is bang on pretty much. 9999. So now we get the fun job of clone engine variant. Revise. This is gonna be the race. No expenses spared. So all the way up. All the way up. It's gonna be 6 rev. Super leaded. We'll richen it up. RPM limit is gonna go off the fucking scales. Oh shit. Whoops. Hang on, let me just go back to the sportery now. Revise. You, my friend, need doolies. Doolies. And how has that affected you? Well, you now have 311.5 torque, 289.7. Max RPM will be the same. Fuel economy is 9.2. It's gone down. Whoops. Octane 91.6. Whoops. Emissions. Right. Okay. So we now want to make the race version. Let's back out of here. Go to race. Revise. Oh my god, it's gonna fucking scream. Oh, we're hitting RPM issues. Ugh. So this is going to be limited by the fact the engine wants to fling itself apart more than anything. Okay, so that's like our maximum RPM. Let's hit to 8,000 and then we can sort of play with it here. $470 horsepower. We're basically building a supercar by accident. Holy crap. I'm excited to hear what this sounds like. Very cammy. Love that car. This is fantastic. I've created a monster. Oh no, torque, sorry. Oh, I may have got these the wrong way around. Shut up a sec. We might have to go back to this. So it's 392 foot-pounds of torque. 541.9 horsepowers. At a max RPM of 8,000. The fuel economy of 9.8%. Octane of 97.8. Emissions of 1 billion. Let me, again, just go back to the Sporterino and make sure that I have the power and the torque the right way around. power is 289. Yes, I got it right. Okay, so now we can build the beast that has to tame the power that we have created. So we're gonna go to the car designer. We need to come up with a name, of course, because it's a car without a name. It's gonna be called, what are we doing? Large coupe, isn't it? Coupe and convertible. And we need 5 gaps, we said, didn't we? So I'm gonna grab all of this. X. Move it down 3, paste it. So I'm gonna do coupe convertible thing. We'll have the race one as a convertible. That's what we sort of did for race cars back in the day. They had them open top because they like killing people. So it's going to be called. So we have the small spook as the mouse. What is the world's largest rodent? World's largest rodent. The capybara. A capybara.